Big John Matua was asked what he's going to have here tonight.
Basically, I've been training with Schemo and Sean McCulley and Joe Morera in Newport Beach. I've been training with them ever since Schemo started training with them, and ever since, I guess, since my last Hawaii showing. Basically, it's a ground fighting technique, but how can you say? It's more fluid as far as the different styles that we use, different techniques. I guess as a comparison, where Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is also a ground fighting skill, is pretty near similar. But there are techniques and moves in the Lua style that are more flowing. That you can go from one technique to another, to another, to another, until you do what you wanted to do.
Big John Matua making his way to the ring. Ever since that devastating loss to Tank Abbott in the UFC, been training real hard. He's going to have to fight a Maurice Smith trained fighter. We asked Bob Gilstrap what it's like to train with Maurice.
Well, back to the whole old saying, the bigger they are, harder they fall kind of thing. I guess stay on the outside and try to chop them down. I'd say leg kicks is my preferred outline of attack, I guess. But if that doesn't work, kind of change up as you go and go from there. I got one of the best fighters in the world to train under. He pushes us to our, highest level of performance. He expects a lot out of us, but yet is also a great guy. He does so much for the gym, for the sport as well, and is like a big brother at the same time. So very fortunate.
Well, here comes Bob Gilstrap, of course, followed by Maurice Smith. Maurice expects a lot out of Bob Gilstrap, a guy who he's been training with now for a couple of years. This should be one heck of a fight also, I think.
Anybody coming out of Maurice's gym, for sure, they understand grappling, and they understand what kind of strikes are good to keep a grappler out. And he could be really dangerous.
Again, in this sport, Bob Gilstrap certainly in very good physical condition. He doesn't have the ripped body of, say, a Pat Matsuda, but it isn't necessarily where everybody wants to fight at. Some people are more comfortable carrying a little bit around the midsection.
Yeah, it seems to be that a lot of these no-rules type of fighting, or with some rules, you're better off having some fat. That way you have an energy reserve.
Right. Well, man, I feel good then. I'm ready to fight. Getting ready for semifinal number 1 in the heavyweights, our ring announcer, Tommy Dakota.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the heavyweight division, 198 pounds unlimited. Fighting out of the blue corner, he's 6 foot 2 inches tall, 351 pounds, 31 years old, from Mission Viejo, California, practices jiu-jitsu and Cabo Cuiloa. Please welcome John Matua. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the ring corner, 6 foot 2 inches tall, weighed in at 212 pounds. He's 22 years old, from Bellevue, Washington. The Canadian shoot fighting champion and the Pacific Northwest kickboxing champion. He trains at Maurice Smith's kickboxing school. His fighting style is Muay Thai. Please welcome Bob Gilstrap.
You can see now everybody's coming in here with a monocle. He says he's a Muay Thai fighter, and John Matua says he's jiu-jitsu, but I think a lot of people in this no holds barred industry are really cross-training now.
Everyone, you have to. If you don't cross-train, you can't really win, I don't think. I don't think you can win with just one style.
Semi-final, heavyweight division, John Matua, Bob Gilstrap. Bob saying he's going to try and chop him down with those Thai kicks. Well, John getting in on him early. He's got he's over both arms there. What does John Matua do from there?
He's got to be looking for some kind of takedown.
The 130-pound weight difference here is, how does that affect a strategy in a fight, Egan?
I think whenever you're fighting someone that much bigger, you usually want to keep away. So, you know, Bob had the right idea. He wants to stay out and chop down them legs.
You hear Maurice Smith very calmly, he's just saying, you'll break the seal, don't worry.
Bob's in no real trouble right now. And, you know, John's just burning energy trying to hold on to him.
Another thing I'm amazed at here in the NHB industry is how well the fighters listen to their corners. When they follow direction, or at least the good fighters seem to really listen to their corners and do well.
The good fighters usually can hear their corners because they're more relaxed.
And there he did break the seal and popped right out as Maurice Smith said he would. Now, does Bob Gilstrap want to be up against the ropes, or does he want to be working from the center of the ring here? Oh, there's a takedown, but it's Bob who ends up on top. Side mount position. Now mounts. To the back now of John Matua.
Oh, tried for an arm but missed it. That's not a good place to be.
No, a big John Matua on top of you is not where you want to be. Now mounted. Now he finds his way out. It's a back and forth effort here. He could get to his back from there. Throws an elbow or a forearm. Now John Matua throwing some blows. It's turned into a good little fight here. They're right in the corner now of Bob Gilstrap's corner with Maurice Smith there. That's got to be an advantage for Bob. Maurice Smith, oh. It's a knee that almost hit the mark. Another knee, a big right and a left. John Matua then immediately clinches. John Matua definitely fighting a smart fight to this point. Doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot of damage to Bob Gilstrap, but...
Yeah, John Matua's doing a little more hugging than he should.
Yeah, there's those Thai kicks that Bob wanted to use.
John Matua's hands are a little lower. He's got to be careful with that. And the low leg kick comes a high kick.
Oh yeah, that's hurt John a little bit. John doesn't seem to be much of a striker either, Egan. When he throws those punches, there's a nice left hand by Bob. Bob now looking real comfortable.
Yeah. John Matua looks like he's carrying out.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear that low kick.
John Matua has to try to get to the ground when he gets this clinch here. Oh.
He got to the ground, but not where he wants to be, on his back from here. Maurice saying not to mount him. He's now mounted. Not much you can do now, throwing the strikes. Here's a right hand. Looking for the arm.
Oh.
Spins right with him. Oh, very nice. And that's it.
That's
Oh, what a pretty armbar that was. Bob Gilstrap, Maurice Smith trained. Boy, that was
the victory dance,
a little
huh?
celebration by Mr. Gilstrap there. I'll tell you what, it's been great having Maurice Smith in town the last few days. Real funny character. It looks like Bob gets a little bit of that from his coach. John Matua, no words for wear. Great to see the sportsmanship there. We're going to take a look at the end of the fight. Had him mounted. Again, the punching is in this sport isn't to knock somebody out. It's to get him to do something like that. Gave him the arm. First shot. John did a nice job spinning with it early. And right there, it's locked in. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Victory for Bob Gilstrap. Bring this up to match number 2. We've got Lance Gibson going to be taking on Peter Matua. Fighting for AMC Kickboxing. Matt Hume right there, number 1 ranked, under 170 pounds, right behind him. Lance, of course, had that somewhat of an upset in the first fight against Peter Matua. And he's going to be taking on Maurice Smith trained Bob Gilstrap. And I'll tell you what, this turns out to be one heck of a fight. An inter-rival fight up there in Seattle also. I don't know if you're aware that Matt Hume and Maurice Smith trained together for a long time and sort of went their separate ways on bad terms. In recent past now have made up, enjoy each other's company, but there's still a real intense rivalry in between the schools. So we're talking about AMC Kickboxing Pancration Center against Maurice Smith's Kickboxing Center, both up there from the Pacific Northwest. So some pride on the line as well as the title belt. And once again, our beautiful Budweiser girls. I want to thank our sponsors, 24 Hour Fitness and Budweiser, the major sponsors of this event, really helping the pushing forward freestyle fighting here in Hawaii. This will be the finals for the heavyweight division. Lance Gibson taking on Bob Gilstrap, and once again, let's go down to the ring announcer, Tommy Dakota.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the heavyweight unlimited division. The finals of the heavyweight division. 2 men enter. Fighting out of the blue corner. 5 foot 8.5 inches tall. Weighing at 207 pounds. He's 26 years old. From Kirkland, Washington. Lists his fighting style as pancration. Please welcome Lance Gibson. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, 6 foot 2 inches tall, 212 pounds. He's 22 years old, from Bellevue, Washington. Canadian shoot fighting champion, Pacific Northwest kickboxing champion, trains at Maurice Smith's kickboxing school. Lists his fighting style as Muay Thai. Please welcome Bob Gilstrap.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You've seen both these guys fight one fight now. You tell me who's going to win.
Yeah, I don't really know. You really can't say in a fight. I mean, one good shot can end the fight. If it was a grappling fight, you can kind of judge by seeing them fight before.
So who would win a grappling fight?
Who would win a grappling fight in this?
See what happens here. Ooh, big takedown, man, that was pretty. Very nice takedown. Little striking there from a side mount position. You hear Matua giving the instructions to push his head down. Oh, there's a nice little right hand there. You hear Maurice Smith on the other side telling Bob to turn into him. And that's what he does. Bob trying to get to a guard here, is he, Egan?
Yeah, looks like he's trying to get that bottom knee in, get the guard. He's got the guard. Guard sometimes is in a really good position for a no-rules fight, but it always gives you that chance for a submission.
Right.
The dangerous thing here is their footlocks.
If Lance were to drop back for a
Yeah,
footlock.
and I know Lance is trained in that because AMC has
They
a lot
love
of
those
footlocks.
ankles.
They sure do.
Some knees to behind there. Bob striking from the bottom. Returning the favor is Lance.
Oh,
nice. Passed the guard real nicely there. Trying to throw a knee, but Bob guarding that with his left arm. Lance getting to the mount position again. Bob now has to try and buck up. Is that the case to get him off?
He's got to try and trap an arm, trap a leg, and then buck up.
Skilled fighters do a lot of that just by feel. Is that right? I mean, they feel where the weight is.
Yeah, and it's to trap an arm and a leg is something you learn through a lot of practice.
What do you mean by trapping an arm?
He wants to hold on to an arm, like right here, he wants to keep this arm against his head, trap that leg the same side. And now if he bucks, he has nowhere to post. Lance wouldn't have a place to post. But he's going the wrong way. He's got to go the other way.
Maurice Smith and Matua shouting their respective instructions to their fighters. Real evenly matched fight to this point. Maybe Lance from AMC getting a little bit. Those are some shots that are going to maybe, yeah, that brought his hand down a little bit. They hurt. Again, all the striking is trying to get your opponent to move. Is that correct, Egan?
Yeah, you want to break the hold by using these strikes.
Oh, big right hand. Both fighters end up in a clinch on their feet. There's the knees from the Thai style.
Oh, nice throw.
Very nice throw.
That's a Greco-Roman throw.
You're trying to get a choke in there?
Looks like he's got a guillotine in. I think he's got the guillotine.
Oh, he gets to his back. He's got to get his hooks in there, right?
He should get his hooks in. Looks like he just wants to.
Oh, going to the ankle.
Oh, nice
What
grab.
a pretty move. What a pretty move by Bob Gilstrap. A heel to the head. Boy, that's how he just saw that ankle out of the corner of his eye or something there. What a nice move. That comes from Lance not getting his hooks in. Oh, there's a big right. Unloading. This is, they got to stop this. Wow.
Whoa, that was a lot of strikes to take.
A forearm to the back of the head. Bob now looking for a choke. Oh, look at that. What a nice.
Get his hooks in.
His hooks are in. That's it. He's out.
He's out.
Lance Gibson feels like he's coming out of no man's land right there. Fantastic fight. Maurice Smith's kickboxing school, victorious over AMC Kickboxing this time. Fantastic job right there.
There's his victory dance again.
The Bob Gilstrap victory dance. Well, you called the victor there, Egan. That's Ode Haugen. 24-Hour Fitness runs it in the Pacific Division here in Hawaii. Ode Haugen, a world-class power lifter in his own right. Again, fantastic sportsmanship being shown there. Let's see if we can get a word with Bob.
At one point, how did you get to his ankle when you were mounted?
It just appeared, you know. When you're down there, you're not thinking a whole lot, you're just reacting. And, the skill level is really great. I owe it all to training with Maurice and everybody. And he's a great opponent, very worthy.
I think more than anything else, the crowd wants to know what's up with the dancing after the fight.
Well, I figure they do it when they make a touchdown in football. No disrespect to anybody, it's just a personal celebration.
Bob Gilstrap's own personal celebration, and here's how he celebrates inside the ring. Well, I'll tell you what, some punishment there. That one landed straight. There's that one. Actually, a couple of those shots at the end missed, but there were plenty of them hitting there. And training with Maurice Smith, you can bet Bob Gilstrap knows how to throw a punch. Well, let's talk.